you guys, it is a new year and what a year 2020 has been. I think more than usual this year is calling for a fresh start and exciting and hopeful new beginnings. Whatever your story, wherever you are, I hope that this year brings you and your family joy and good health. So I thought that this topic of healthy habits for women would be a great kind of starter video for the new year. I love all of these tips. I think they're all really important and good reminders. There's a couple of them that I really need to work on, so this video is gonna help me as well. So let's jump right into it. The first one is to wear comfortable bras without an underwire and organic cotton panties. I cannot stress this enough. I think I went way too many years when I was younger wearing bras with an underwire that was super uncomfortable and just not conducive to my overall health and my well-being and my happiness. So then I went a long time not wearing bras at all. I was like, screw this bra thing, I hate bras. And then after a while, I'm like, you know what? Okay, bras are a little bit nice. I just gotta find the right one. So I recently got one that my friend recommended to me. I'm forgetting the brand on the top of my head, but I'm gonna plug it right here. That is super comfortable. It's definitely not the most sexy bra. It's just super comfortable, very soft. I barely even realize that I'm wearing it. And it just does the job. So I really like that one. But I'm also looking for more organic and just sustainable and soft, flattering undergarments. There's one called Organic Basics, and I really wanna try that one. I've heard great things about it. So I'm gonna order some products from there and I'll let you know how I like it. As far as underwear, just for me, organic, soft, high-rise, black cotton underwear is the way to go for me. It's definitely the most comfortable and flattering as well. I really enjoy that, but everyone's like shape and different fits is gonna be different for you on what you like. And organic cotton underwear, absolutely key. You definitely want something breathable and comfortable, and that is the way to go for me. Okay, number two is to learn how to use a jade egg and use it properly. There's a lot of misconceptions, you know, it's kind of controversial. All the things that are controversial or say negative things about the jade egg definitely have some misinformation going on like the proper way to use a jade egg. I learned how to use a jade egg properly from Kim Anami. I love her. I get so much inspiration from her. Definitely check out her podcast. And she has a whole podcast episode on how to use the jade egg properly and the benefits. Ooh, the light just changed. It looks really good. And she talks about the myths of jade eggs and just the general benefits and how to. And so I definitely recommend that podcast. I'll put a link below so you can listen to that one. I personally have experienced amazing benefits from using a jade egg, especially after I gave birth. It was after I gave birth to my second child that I learned about it. So many things change after you give birth. And using the jade egg has helped strengthen my pelvic floor. It's definitely brought a lot more feeling down there for me during sex, which has helped specifically after giving birth. And I just cannot recommend the benefits enough. But very important, it's not to be just inserted in there and just hang out in there all day or sleep in it overnight. No, no, no. It is specifically for vaginal weightlifting to strengthen your pelvic floor and to help with continence so you're not peeing when you laugh, when you jump. That should not be happening. That is because of a weak vagina, and learning about that from Kim Anami has been a game changer for me. So obviously do your research, talk to your healthcare practitioner, do what's right for you. But for me, it has been an overall amazing experience for me, and I'm so glad I learned about it. A good way to look at this is that when people say they do Kegels, they say that you should just, you know, tighten, release, which is all great and fine and dandy and everything, but something to really understand is that that's basically like going like this and expecting to strengthen your muscles. Once you add weight and resistance, that is where you're gonna start to gain muscle and actually see a difference and get results. So that's why the vaginal weightlifting with the jade egg has made a world of difference for me.
Many people are under the mistaken impression that Kegel exercises are just flexing your vaginal muscles at random in the wind. They are not. The actual Kegel exercise that the OBGYN Dr. Arnold Kegel invented in 1947 involved using a device inside the vagina. Just like with any other weight training regimen, you need weight. Feedback and resistance are essential for you to build muscle tone and strength. You wouldn't just pump your biceps in the air and expect results, would you? That's what doing a Kegel is without anything inside the vagina. You up your libido because when a vagina is weak, it feels numb, and sex is infinitely more pleasurable with a sensitive and articulate vagina.
Even if you're a woman who is not sexually active, you can still gain benefit from this tool. Using a jade egg in my weekly routine has been one of the best tools for me for my pelvic strength, pleasure, and reconnection. When used properly, it increases sexual pleasure and stronger orgasms. orgasms. So I use the jade egg for 10 minutes once a day, skipping some days in between. Your goal is to add weight to it, use a string to pull through the hole, and start by practicing simply holding the jade egg in place without it falling out. Then, when you're ready after practice, use the other jade eggs to add weight to it with the string, or you can even get small weights as you go to get stronger and stronger. I'll link below where I got my jade eggs if you want to check it out. The next one is to invest in your self-improvement. You may remember last year, about a year ago exactly, when we did the vegan bundle, which was an amazing collection of ebooks that was brought to you guys for an incredible price. There was such a massive positive response. People were so thankful for such an incredible deal that I am excited to bring to you a new bundle that is actually amazing and brings you even more valuable resources and incredible information for a fraction of the original price. I bring to you the self-improvement bundle, and it is a curated collection of 75 courses, ebooks, and programs that will help benefit and improve your life in all different kinds of ways. The courses include topics on mindset, manifestation, achieving your goals, healthy living. There's even some vegan courses on nutrition, sustainability, self-awareness, confidence, self-care, finances, productivity, entrepreneurship, personal energetics, manifestation, managing stress, sex, relationships, and so much more. This is such an amazing bundle, you guys. The courses add up to over $13,000 worth of products compared to the $1,900 worth of products in the vegan bundle, as these ones are in-depth and thorough programs versus ebooks. There's courses from Folia Christina, Liv B, Mimi Bouchard, Kate Escuri, and so much more. But this deal is only available for such a short period of time, from January 1st to January 9th, and that's it. So there's 75 online courses, programs, and ebooks valued at over $13,000, and this deal costs $75.90. That's an over 99% discount, which is an insane value. So you definitely don't want to miss out on this incredible life-improving deal, which will help you with your habits throughout the whole year in such an amazing way. All you have to do is go to the link in my description box. It's a super simple checkout process, and then you can start digging into these incredible courses. I am also looking to improve on my daily habits this year and just up my game. I am really enjoying digging into these courses myself. The 6 Weeks to Plastic Free course is amazing, and I'm really enjoying the introduction to meditation, which I really need. And I'm excited to get into the money mindset one too once I finish those. There is just so much valuable information that you will have at your fingertips for the rest of your life that you do not want to miss out on this massive deal. And it is such an incredible value. I still get emails to this day of people asking if the vegan bundle is going to come back and that they missed it and they didn't end up purchasing it but wish that they did. And you don't want to be one of those people. And one more thing, I don't have any products in this bundle because my ebooks are recipe books as opposed to self-improving courses, but I want to make sure that you guys get something of mine when you purchase. So everyone who purchases this bundle from my link can download my ebook, Epic Vegan Food, for free in addition. I'll put a link in the description box to that as well. Just enter your confirmation code from purchasing the bundle and it will take you to download my ebook for free. So I'm excited for you guys to get this opportunity to have such a massive savings and experience all these courses. And that's why I wanted to put it in this video too, because it's really on par with the topic of this video of life-changing and really great habits. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next one is to drink red raspberry leaf tea and peppermint tea. The red raspberry leaf tea is considered the woman herb, and it's wonderful in the latter parts of your pregnancy, and I drink a lot of red raspberry leaf tea throughout the end of my pregnancies, and peppermint tea is a great one for calming the stomach, and I just love the flavor of peppermint. It's very soothing to me and a great one to drink in the evening. But aside from when you're pregnant, drinking red raspberry leaf tea can be beneficial when you're not pregnant as well. Some research supports anecdotal evidence that red raspberry leaf tea helps relieve symptoms of premenstrual cramping. The next one is to pamper in the shower weekly. I don't know about you, but after I had children, my shower in the morning became my meditative, quiet space where I got complete alone time and I could take care of myself. But it's really easy to just jump in and be like, oh, I got a lot of things to do, just spend a few minutes and get out. But once a week, I really like to be mindful and intentional of having a little extra time in the shower for myself to pamper myself a little bit. It's funny, my sister Hannah recently talked about how much showers have become a whole new thing for her since having a child, because you just appreciate that alone time and that time to just sit in the water and experience it, and nothing else matters but taking care of yourself for a few minutes. I have totally found that to be the case for myself too. I feel like all my stress just melts away when I get in the shower by myself, because I know my husband's taking care of the kids and I can just focus on myself for a few minutes. But adding that extra few minutes once a week to just take care of yourself and pamper your skin a little bit more feels so good. My personal shower routine when I want to take a few extra minutes in the shower to be a little luxurious is I use my favorite Osea products in a steamy shower. I apply the vitamin C probiotic polish and a little ocean cleanser to my dampened face and lightly brush up in gentle circular motions. After a couple minutes, I rinse that off and use the Salts of the Earth body scrub. And on days when I'm washing my hair about once a week, I inevitably spend a little longer in the shower, so I apply the white algae face mask during the whole shower and rinse it off at the end. After every shower, I apply a face oil like this Earthling Beauty Tulsi Rose Oil and also a body lotion. These little steps to take care of myself on a weekly basis feels amazing. Light is constantly changing. The next one is to wear sunscreen on your face and neck every day. Even if you're not planning to go to the beach and spend the day in the sunshine, it's still really beneficial for your overall youthfulness of your skin to wear sunscreen on your face and neck. I used to not really care about sunscreen a long time ago. I used to think, it's fine, you know, the sun is super natural, it's good for you. And it is true that it is important and good for you to experience the sun on your bare skin throughout your week. It's important to get that good vitamin D, but wearing sunscreen on your face and your neck is really helpful for your skin, your youthfulness, and is good for your health. Okay, this next one I think is really, really important that is not talked about enough. Skip the face filters. I know that it's fun, I know that it's tempting because it brightens up your face, it makes your skin look smoother, and I'm not talking about the filters where it just like slightly changes the color or whatever in the background. I really believe that face filters is not only damaging to yourself and your own psyche, but also for women as a society and young girls and even men and boys, for anyone who is looking at what we are trying to make ourselves look like through a face filter, which is not reality. Because for one, if you're looking at other women and other people online who are using these face filters that smooths their face and brightens their eyes and even often makes their eyes bigger, changes the shape of their nose, puts on all this extra makeup and just doesn't look like you and who you really look like, it distorts reality. It starts to affect how we think other people should look like and how we think ourselves should look like. If we use face filters for ourselves, we will start to get used to that and think that that's kind of what we look like. You start to think that that's what you must look like on some level. And then when you go to look at yourself in the mirror, it's really easy to get discouraged, start to feel insecure, and think that you need to change something about yourself to be valuable or loved or beautiful. And it really has a profound, I think, negative effect on our society and young girls. I think about young girls who are on social media. This is the first generation of young people who are growing up with social media in their faces all day long. And when they see women and people using these face filters that distorts reality, it really affects the psyche, affects your well-being, and I just don't think that they're beneficial. And I think that they cause more harm than good. Okay, so this is what I look like without a face filter. Normal, this is who I really am. Now, let's cut to the face filter. This is not me. This is not reality. It lifted my cheekbones. I think it even made my eyes bigger. It added extra makeup. It changed my nose. And you can get used to it the more you look at it. And then when you go back to the way that I really look like, it can be a little shocking because even though at first the face filter looks shocking when you put it on, the more you look at it, the more that normal starts to look abnormal and not as fresh. Even though I felt like I looked good and I was happy with myself before I put the face filter on. Now look at this face filter. It is, or I think it's just a filter in general. It's not as drastic, but it definitely smooths your skin. And look, I have actually used these kinds of filters, like the really subtle ones, a couple times, and then later I'm like, you know what? I feel like we shouldn't even be using these because it does distort reality on some level, and we should be happy to show our true selves and be uplifting and encouraging for all of us, no matter what we look like, and not expect us to look like 10 or 15 years younger than we actually are. So that is why I recommend not to use face filters. Show your fresh face, show yourself and what you really look like, because that's natural. It's normal to not look perfect. It's not reality to have perfectly smooth skin all day long and to have not a single wrinkle or eye smile. What are those things called? Crow's feet or something like that. All right, the next one is to stretch your body every single morning. As you get older, your body isn't getting any more flexible, especially if you aren't doing anything about it and practicing stretching. If you make stretching a habit in your life, you will see long-term results. The next one I really need to work on myself a lot more is to clean your makeup brushes regularly. I definitely don't do this, and I want to make this a habit, so this is going to be on my to-do list for the year. I need to clean my makeup brushes much more regularly. You definitely don't want that extra bacteria hanging around on there and the dirty makeup just sitting in there for months on end. So this is a good habit for me to start in my life. To properly clean your makeup brushes, start by running the bristles in warm water, not too hot, with the brush facing down so the water doesn't run up into the brush. Then use a mild natural soap or shampoo to gently cleanse the bristles in your palm. Rinse and squeeze out the bristles and repeat a few times until the water runs clear. Squeeze and shape your bristles and lay out to dry overnight. Repeat this step until you've cleansed all your brushes and you're done. The next one is to chart your cycle. This is actually something that I really wish was taught in high school, and I think is an important thing for all girls to learn growing up about their physical bodies. I was basically not taught anything about cervical fluid and charting my cycle when I was younger, and I really was taught that it was just discharge and there was no rhyme or reason behind the cervical fluid that you have, which is absolutely not true. So I definitely recommend reading the book Taking Charge of Your Fertility by Toni Weschler. And charting your cycle has a lot of benefits to know when and where you are throughout your cycle and what your cervical fluid means at that time in your cycle. The next one is to skip the tampons and wear period underwear or a menstrual cup. Tampons can harbor bacterial overgrowth and is not as comfortable or optimal for your period as much as period underwear or a menstrual cup. I personally really love the period underwear the best. I actually use them postpartum as well, and I use the brand Thinx, and I just think they're really amazing, so comfortable, and make my period, my cycle, much more comfortable. The next one is to clean up your Instagram feed. I personally like to follow pages that educate me, inspire me, or share different ideas on subjects that I want to hear all different opinions about. And there might be some pages that you follow that don't bring joy or inspiration into your life. So feel free to unfollow those pages, because what you select for your feed can potentially influence how you feel. Now, that being said, this is kind of a tangent, but I do feel like it's important to be able to hear different opinions on subjects that maybe you don't agree with without feeling like you need to unfollow that person because you don't agree with them. Personally, I think it's important. I think it's really beneficial to engage in civil discourse and to just listen to other people's opinions on things that you maybe wouldn't hear at all if you only selected a feed that was like an echo chamber that told you exactly what you feel and resonates with you all the time. Because a lot of times we might change our mind on things if we hear another person share their opinion on certain things that you don't think or agree with, because sometimes listening to other people, hearing their perspective, you can just relate a little bit more to them and just understand why someone thinks differently than you do on certain topics. So that's why I don't think it's necessarily great to just have this overall rule that, like, if you feel triggered in some way or if you feel upset in any way when something shows up on your feed that you don't agree with, then that means you should unfollow them. That's why I think that that's not necessarily beneficial or good, because I think it is helpful to be able to learn and to be able to practice how to respond and to not be triggered so easily by different opinions. So I think there is a balance finding what pages that you want to hear and listen to, as well as other pages that inspire you. That's it. I think I'm done with that one. The next one, number 13, is to listen to an audiobook every single day. Even if that's just 10 minutes a day. I find it so beneficial, even if it's just for 10 minutes a day, to take in information and learn something new. And so for me, that generally means nonfiction books, self-help type of books in all different areas of my life. But a lot of people really enjoy novels as well, and if that's you, then go for that. Number 14 is to wash your pillowcases regularly. It can be easy to forget to wash your pillowcases, but when you put your head on a pillow every single night for many hours a night, it's important to keep those pillowcases fresh and clean and to swap them out. For me, that's about once a week. And lastly, do something kind for someone else. Sarah Therese talked about this in one of her healthy habit videos, which I really love her channel. I think she's awesome. And I thought that was such a great thing to add into a healthy habit video to make this a normal routine of your life, is to do something kind for someone else. And that could be a stranger, a friend, your mom or dad. It could be anyone in your life. It could be bringing a meal to someone who's sick or to someone who just had a baby, which is like so immensely helpful for people. It could be bringing groceries for someone who needs someone else to go get their groceries for them. It could be paying for the coffee or tea for the person behind you in line. line, or even as simple as letting someone cut in front of you in line while you're driving on the road. That's something that people in Hawaii are very good at, is being kind on the road and just sharing the road, letting people pass and not being in such a rush. And those little things are just nice, and it's wonderful to be kind. Create a focus on being kind to others and not being so focused on me, but how can I help others? So that is the end of this healthy habit video. Whew, that was a lot. I really hope you enjoyed it. I personally loved making this video. I think it is such a great topic, and I hope I can make more in the future like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, hopeful, positive new year ahead. 2021. I'm hoping it's gonna be good. And guys, do not forget about the Self-Improvement Bundle and check it out. I put the link below for you. The bundle is such an insane value, and I do not want you to miss out, because remember, it's only available for 9 days. So be sure to get it now before you forget.